Well, hello and welcome to Behind the Black Veil, where we get a more intimate look at the mysteries of our lives. There's many layers of meaning to my readings. Look into the safety directions down below. All right, and let's get it quite popping, shall we? Let's get it quite popping. I hope my mic sounds nice. Check one. All right. Listen, let us pray. We dedicate ourselves in this conversation to generating the energy of peace, bringing clear our creative potential, and seeing behind what appears to be obstacles, things clearly as they are. All right. Fantastic. So, this is your spiritual world news reading for those of you who don't know what time it is when you see these cards right here. Yeah, these are the sacred geometry cards. This is when we go to the space station for the big picture. All right. So, ancestors, creator, thank you for being here. Thank you for blessing us. Thank you for your mercy and your grace. All right. I'm in a new location for those of you who don't know. And therefore there's going to be different sounds and there's going to be a different flow. We're up north nowadays. All right, absolutely. So just let it come and let it go, like a meditation, like the tide, like a breath, like a deep breath. Let it come and let it go. All right, fantastic. Bear with me. Please stand by. We are being transported. Ancestors, creator, what do you see that you don't like? That we're about to bring some corrective energy to? What do you see that you don't like in the world? What's going on there? And what do you want to say to the children of God about the thing? Here's what we see that we don't like. The third chakra. Now that's interesting. The energy of the solar plexus chakra helps us to realize who we are, who we want to be, so we can set a course toward our goals. I think people won't just let us be who we are, children of God. That's what I think is happening. And you know what else I'm getting out of this? Bullying. You know what I mean? Because it's the solar plexus chakra. You know, it's the gut. You feel me? And it's the gall is what I get out of that. Okay, it's the gut and the gall. So your self-image, your sense of self-empowerment. You know, like if you have low self-esteem, this is going to be majorly shut down, this third chakra business. Okay, if you have self-confidence issues, this, you know, you might have some gut issues, okay? But there's 1,000 reasons to have gut issues, so don't freak out. All right, but I'm just saying, that's where this is at, okay? Like, you know, having the guts. And if you don't have the guts, you can't solve problems. If you don't have a certain level of self-esteem, you can't have healthy relationships. These are where your feelings hang out. You dig what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, people trying to have us in our feelings. They're in their feelings, you know, and nothing is getting resolved is what I get. Nothing is getting resolved. That's what I get from that. Okay. All right. That's interesting. Let's put that there. Can you see that? All right. Yeah. All right. Fantastic. All right. Well, how are we bringing the corrective energy to this situation right here? Ancestors, creator. What are we helping out doing here as the children of God? Here's the mission that we're on that you're helping out with. Divine Masculine. What's going on, Divine Weren't you in the last reading, buddy? Weren't you the star of the last broadcast? Hello? Are we still doing this? Okay. Listen. The frequency of the Divine Masculine supports our active, focused, and strong side. You see what I'm saying? Guts. You see what I was getting out of it? Okay, so facilitating our capacity to transform our dreams into form. Now, this is interesting because you know what this makes me remember? I was just looking at something, I think it was today or yesterday. I think it was scrolling through YouTube or some such thing. And it was a clip or a thumbnail that showed like masculine men from back in the days, and then Sam Smith, right, with a rainbow behind him, right? So we all get the imagery there with what point is being made there. And, you know, and the title said, "Why are men so weak now?" Right? You feel me? So, because wasn't y'all wrestling bear at one point? I'm just saying, like just a few generations back, you know what I mean? Just a few, you know, facing mountain lion and shit like that. Like, hello? All right. So I'm just saying, you know, no shades to nobody, but the universe said this is what we could use around here. And this is the second time they said that. Come on. That's crazy. That's insane, you guys. All right, hold on. All right, pow. All right. So, all right, ancestors, break it down. Break it down to the last compound. Break it down to the lowest common denominator here. What are we looking at? The guts, divine masculine. I'm going to guess not having the guts. Or abusing power. You know what I mean? Like too much guts, like as in bully. Right? Because y'all remember when I said that? The bully energy, like, you know, because the bully really is covering up weakness. Right? If we're all familiar with bullies. They're covering up a weakness. They're overcompensating. You know? And they have to do a demonstration, and whoever's the one getting bullied is the bully's demonstration of, see, I'm tough. See, you can't hurt me. I'm the one who hurts people. You know? And it's usually some kind of pain that they're in. You know? That they're acting out with this need to prove something. Unnecessarily, nobody asked them. You know? Kind of thing. You know? Which really looks insane at the end of the day. But they try to legitimize themselves. So just apply that to the entire world. And what the world is dealing with. You know, God is behind it all. I am relieved to hear that. I don't know about you, but if you're anything like me, that brings you some relief. Also, this card represents the big picture. Yeah. It represents the big picture, the common denominator. And it's the Two of Cups. So, get off on your floor. All right, let's go further. Let's go further. Oh, maybe people are afraid to love, afraid to show love, because feelings. Afraid to show the feelings. You know, because now I'm getting with the God is behind it all and the big picture, common denominator, right? Okay, what I'm getting out of all of these three together is that the divine masculine, or the contenders, you know, for that designation, are afraid of love. It's not that they're not afraid to wrestle bear. Wrestle bear, no problem. Jump out of airplanes, cool. Run into burning buildings, absolutely. Love, showing feelings, terrifying. I'm not going in there, says men. Okay? I'm just saying. Hello? That's what I'm getting out of these three cards together. All right? Just side note. Okay. Divine anger, righteous indignation, but legitimately though. Legitimately. Bear with me. Okay. Abundant future. Oh. Uh-huh. Abundant future. So then now that's giving me confidence, like in terms of someone believing in a thing, believing in a cause, believing in an approach, because they have to face something. Okay, I'm getting that the feminine, because this is the angry empress, I'm getting that the feminine largely already recognizes all of these are feminine. Okay, all of these are feminine. This is pointing to the grandmother energy and the creator and the earth. This is pointing to the earth in her earth mother form with Yemaya, the mother of storms here. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's pointing to the feminine in her earth mother form, right? And all that she has to offer, and her mighty wrath is also pointing to slow to punish. But once she arrives, like climate change, once she decides this is beyond the tipping point, well, then there will be nowhere to run and nowhere to hide from this energy right here. All right? And then, okay, we're getting a similar thing with the Empress energy here. This is just the force of nature on a more pervasive, all encompassing level, as opposed to just locally with the earth here. This is more universal. All right, because we're in the space station. It's more universal right here in terms of the forces of nature with the righteous indignation energy. Loss is not defeat. This is a lack of confidence issue. That it's worth it. That it's worth the effort. That it can be done is the sensation that I'm getting, because I'm thinking of climate change. You know what I mean? And collectively, it really breaks down to the lowest common denominator. Right here, the dots connecting. Okay? It really breaks down to each individual and what we decide is possible. What we decide we're willing to invest in. Facts. Facts. And then eventually, it's the whole planet. It's like everybody has an opportunity to make this choice. Are they going to actually try to manifest an abundant future under the circumstances? Angry Empress energy, you know what I mean? Lowest common denominator, it's a guts thing. That's the bottom line, right? That's what that card represents. Bottom line, big picture. Connecting the dots. What's the issue? The issue is the divine masculine is not present. Why? On whatever level, get off on your floor. He's not present. Why? It's a matter of guts. Is the lowest common denominator, is the bottom line. It's a matter of guts. Do you feel me? And then here, because this is the evidence, okay? This is like the accusation. This is like I'm charging you with not having guts, right? Boom. How can I prove my case? Angry Empress. You see, righteous indignation is legit. It's legit. Every reason to be upset. Right. Where you been? Right. Get off on your floor, okay? Get off on your floor. Because you can apply this like on every level right now. Economic, agricultural, climate, ecological, all of that. You could just, lover's floor, all of it. You could just do it all. So, do your thing. But this is a where you been. And so, right, God could say that, or the earth could say that to the humans. Like, oh, you wanted to live peacefully on the planet? That's what you wanted? Oh, I couldn't tell. Because I couldn't tell, though. I couldn't tell that you wanted to live peacefully, because didn't you know that toxic waste is bad for the planet? Right. Yeah. You wasn't paying attention. You didn't want to look at what you was doing. Right? You was just misusing the energy or underusing the energy or whatever that it is. Right? Okay, so, all right, that's just an analogy. All right, I don't know if that's exactly happening, but that's the flavor, okay, that I'm getting here. However, loss is not defeat is what's giving me the impression that that's where the divine masculine energy is, right? And we all have it. So just so we can all appreciate what this is in human evolution. We're all a part of this. However, the masculines, this is their primary shit. This is primarily them. But any part of us that's masculine boom, we face the same challenges. Okay, so afraid of the feelings. And another thing, say, from divine masculine's point of view, another thing is his feeling of righteous indignation, right? I don't know what his problem is. Okay, I don't know. But I feel like he could possibly have one. He could possibly have one because legitimately. But it's not really with us. The problem is not with us, ladies, right? Because we also represent something, right? We are the example of certain laws of nature, right? Okay, cool. So he operates according to some laws of nature. We don't have to like it. Hello? Right. Okay. So I think he's mad at God. Yeah. I think that's what this is. And then he takes it out on us. See what I'm saying? Do you feel me? Like some dudes are angry about their lot, that certain things and tasks are assigned to them, you know, and not women. And that's where we get the little jealousy dynamic be perking up, you know, on a scale from mild to cataclysmic, you know, every so often here and there, you know. And same thing with women. Women could be jealous of men, trying to outman men, you know. They feel the need to prove something, you know, that whole thing. Yeah, you know. So on that scale and in that mysterious dark room that I can't see anything in, I think divine masculine might have a legitimate point of view on his lot in life and the tasks that are assigned to him by God. But he takes it out on us. I'm mad about feelings. I don't want to feel feelings. I don't want to have feelings. Right? Let's say, for an example, the masculine might say. And then the feminines, we're like, what? Feelings, no big deal. So what? You know? Take them out, put them back in, you know, turn them around, change them, you know, that, like, this is what we do, right? This is what we do, no problem. So we're like, we don't understand the struggle that you're having. We don't get it. We don't get it. Because to us, no big deal, you know. So, yeah, so I get that you have to, divine masculine has to face his feelings, and loss is not defeat. He has to process the loss. He has to process the loss, whatever that is for divine masculine. Okay, let's go further, because what is the loss for divine masculine? Jesus, this sounds dramatic. Oh, the devil. Right. You know what I get out of that? I get why you are responsible. This is the sensation I get. I get that the feminine is holding the masculine responsible for the devil energy right here. Okay? Now, here's how I think that could manifest itself. A couple of examples. Either the divine masculine is so self-absorbed, let's say. Self-absorbed. And maybe this is his process to becoming the divine masculine, you know. We might look like aliens to him, ladies, okay? So I'm just saying. What I think he's going through is the feminine is holding him responsible either for being possessed by the devil, letting the devil possess him, letting the devil influence him, letting the devil whisper in his ears, taking the devil's advice, especially in the handling of the feminine, most especially in the handling of the feminine, you taking the devil's advice, you letting opportunities, because why? Because no guts. You don't want to share your feelings, and because of that, you're leaving openings for the devil just to save your own ego. You will sacrifice the entire kingdom for your ego. And the kingdom feeds us all, but your ego only benefits you, and only partially so. It's not effective and it's not sustainable. Is the sensation, okay, Earth Mother, God is behind it all, angry emperor, okay, mix all that together, and that's what's coming out for me. Okay, that's what's coming out for me. And but loss is not defeat. It's up to you to recover the recipe here, divine masculine. Right, slow to punish, holding your fiery, passionate emotions under control, slow to punish. And the abundance that she represents, I feel, represents the abundance of muscles that takes. And you need for God to be behind it all to pull it off. So I get the sensation of not only do I have to process my own emotions, which you don't have the guts to do, but I can't even get no mother effing respect for that, because here is the devil. Then I got to use all my energy. You dig what I'm saying? To hold things together, to hold things in a peaceful and abundant space. Come on now. Is this the transcript, y'all, or is not the transcript? Does the earth seem like she has a disagreement with human behavior? I'm just saying. Is she caring so much about what the humans feel about the situation? Oh, you wanted the ground to be here. I bet you did. I bet you did want the ground to be here. But I couldn't tell, though. I couldn't tell. Because you heating me up, you getting me heated. Do you feel me? I mean, I think that's the transcript. All right? That's what I'm getting out of that. So, yeah, no, the earth is not having it. Every reason to be upset. You let the devil run amok on this planet. Locally, nationally, and internationally. Do you feel me? Now it's intergalactically, because ain't we floating into outer space? Ain't we doing it? We are doing it. Well, no, says nature, and God is behind it all. Okay? Divine masculine is the missing ingredient. And guts is his missing ingredient. I mean, I think they might have been working on y'all. They might have, and no, they are, without question. They are working on men. They have been working on men for many years, whoever they are. Okay? And so they're separating you from your guts, divine masculines. Whoever they are, the forces of evil. Hello. Facts. Period. End of story. Period. End of story. Now, in the priesthood reading, we were talking about that the devil is part of the family. And we don't have to like it. This is the family member we don't like. Right? Okay? So, in terms of being so shocked and feeling so estranged from this energy ain't strange. We are thoroughly familiar with this energy. Thoroughly familiar. And that's how we need to handle it. Okay? We need to handle it like we are thoroughly familiar. That, for me, would be like an insect thing. You know? Like, it's gross, but you'll be all right. You know what I mean? I mean, generally speaking. I mean, you know, some insects are more dangerous than others, obviously. But generally speaking, you know, we've been sharing the planet all this time. It's not really that strange, even though it might make us uncomfortable. Okay? So that's the sensation that I'm getting. And loss is not defeat. We are using words to remove obstacles. That's another thing that the divine masculine may be struggling with. The use of words. You know it's popular, ladies. Okay? You know it's popular. The use of words. Because come on. Come on. Let's discuss it. Let's talk about it. This is the news. This is global, people. This is intergalactic even. Okay, I don't know what it looks like on the intergalactic level, but I know locally we have men and we have women, generally speaking. You know what I'm saying? So the feminine and masculine, this was happening. She's mad because the devil's here. Why is the devil here? Why do I have to deal with the devil? When I gave you abundance, God is behind it all. Look at the paradise we was living in. Look what you still have that you're neglecting. That's powerful. That's powerful. Because loss is not defeat. That's why I say that. Talk yourself out of it. Talk yourself out of this weakness. Talk yourself out of this. Because again, remember what I was saying. I feel that it is a fear based on a lack of confidence. And we could keep going down, down, down all the floors. But essentially of feelings. A fear of feelings. Okay? That's like fearing fear itself. You know how they say there's nothing to fear but fear itself? I find that to be absolutely ridiculous. If you was trying to calm me down. That's if you was trying to calm me down. Hello? If you don't care if I'm freaking out, then by all means say that. But if you was trying to calm me down, fearing fear, that sound like hell. Okay? That sound like hell on earth. That sound like something you can't get out of. Oh my God. Okay? And that's the sensation that I'm getting here. The fear of fear. Fear of feelings. Fear of feeling anything. Besides what's, the gratification, central nervous system, highlights type of pleasure, pain, dynamic. You know what I'm saying? Instead of the deeper, real feeling, the good shit. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so, okay. Oh, okay, close the cycle on this. Hashtag time's up, says the feminine on this right here. World card, the devil. Hashtag time's up. It's time to get past that. Okay? And that's why she's mad. That's interesting. Because that's legitimate right there. And maybe you feel that way too, divine masculine. Maybe you feel like, maybe you feel like, why do I have to be the one who deals with all the devils? Why do I have to be the one to beat everybody up? I mean, to me, that's obvious, but whatever. I'll let you figure it out, divine masculine. But I don't know. Maybe you're tired. I mean, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? This is Earth. We're doing this. We're doing this. What do we know? So maybe you're tired. But we can't be fighting all the bear. Right, ladies? I mean, I guess we could, but we would just have to use a little more smarts than brawn. If you're feeling me. Right. The deeper meaning is love. That's where all this muscle is coming from. And then the divine masculine won't show love. He's afraid of love. He's afraid of love. I'm going to guess because of all of his wrong assumptions about love. So that's another place where I'm seeing a lack of confidence, because we can't look at ourselves in the eye and take responsibility for the fact that largely divine masculines, or the contenders for the designation, have been the ones fucking love up. That's all I'm saying. I mean, I'll go out there, ladies. I'm standing for us. I'll go out there on a limb and I'll say the dudes have been the one fucking it up. That's right. I said what I said. I said what I fucking said. Now, this is not to say that I haven't seen in the spiritual world and in the physical world bitches fucking love up. But it's so much more rare that you see that, is all I'm saying. Okay? I mean, look at the numbers, people. And so I don't doubt that maybe there's been some woman that set it off, or some man who gave a boy bad advice about what kind of man to be and how to treat women. You know what I mean? I mean, I'm going deep, okay? But there it is, because that's what I get out of this. There's a ferocity and a sweetness right here. A ferocity and the sweetness, because here we have nature, right? God is behind it all. We have nature right here connecting all the dots. Whatever happens in nature, that's what's natural. right? I mean, that's how we've been doing it here for centuries. Whatever nature's doing, that must be how you do it. And then we're a part of nature. We're the humans type of thing. And this is the dynamic between us. Here's the Earth Mother and the bounty of the oceans and everything she gave us from all of her resources. And she hasn't fucked us up the way she could have yet, including God. Hasn't fucked us up the way they could have yet, out of just love and sweetness. She'd rather use muscles and give you more of a chance. But that's also pointing to, all of that is also pointing to why she has every reason to be upset. You feel me? And then anytime this thing could pop. Because why? Because the devil. That's why. And every minute we let that keep going is a minute we're losing to turn this thing around. You dig what I'm saying? So that's the sensation that I'm getting here with the, loss is not defeat. There's still some resources here. We could still fix this. Let's begin. We need divine masculine on it. And we need that part of us to, organize, ground the energy, show leadership, strength, fortitude, guts. Guts. The humans had to have guts. All right? And that goes double for the men. Gotta have guts. That goes for everyone, though. The divine masculine in us all and in our situations. Let's go deeper. Oh, wait. Okay, yeah. All right. That's interesting. We still care. Okay. Okay, so I get that the Earth Mother and the feminine is saying, I know you don't care too much, but I still care, is what she's saying here. Wow. Ooh, I'm feeling that one. I'm feeling that one all through my chest. Wow. I hear that, girl. Okay? I hear that, sister. That's how I feel. Oh, my God. I know that is right. I know that is right. It's interesting because, we always get gaslighted, or I don't want to say always, but often. Ladies get gaslighted for bringing up issues like this, and reduced. And really what's behind it all is this dude is scared of love. Bottom line, shit we do every day, no problem. Do with our eyes closed, hands tied behind our back, locked up with the closet closed and locked. We flipping that love around like it ain't nothing, right? Okay, we process energy all the time. We show our emotions all the time for all the occasions, ladies. And so that's what's behind this. This is and if we say this, they're like, you're emasculating me. If we talk about how they're struggling with the guts, if we talk about that, because we have every reason to be upset. Why? Because the devil. That's why. Why do I have to deal with the devil? Why do I have to use this much muscles to love your ass? Why is it this difficult to love you? Do you feel me? Love is easy, y'all. Love is easy. Okay? It's not hard. Okay? If you're struggling at it, something don't love it. Something don't love it. All right? I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to say that. Something don't love it. Okay? Because I'm getting care here. We're caring from a distance. We are the ancestors, boo. We can do this. We can be whatever we need to be. Because, see, remember, it was, this is helping us to realize who we are and who we want to be. So we can set our course toward our goals. Do what we came here to do. Do what we came here to do. Do you feel me? You scared of love, and that essentially separates you, caring about each other over a distance. Hello? Separated by distance. Pow. And the distance can be anything. It could be a thought process. It could be a geographical distance. It could be a distance in, where you see yourselves in the relationship, the pecking order, whatever the distance is. All right. This is loving each other from a distance. And that's another thing if we're on the lover's floor, let's say, that would be relevant with this exact configuration right here. You know, why are we at such a distance? And, you know, often we're told it's all our fault, but for pointing out that this is a gut issue. Like, how you gonna say that about me? Ah, you making me feel like less than a man. Anybody ever heard that? Anybody ever heard that? When the bottom line is, says God, it's a gut issue, dude. That's what it is. All right? So, you know, it's nobody has to keep that a secret and not tell you. You got to be tough enough to know that and then do something about it. Hello? And this is going for all the humans, though, y'all. Think about it. Okay? As many layers. This is going for all the humans. What kind of devilish, outrageous shit are we right now allowing to take place on the planet? And we're just like, going where we're going. I'm going to the corner store. I'm going to Target. This is facts. We all live here. Okay, so I'm not saying that I don't get it. That here we are waking up in the middle of some shit. But now we know we in the middle of some shit. And look where we're headed. Off the cliff. Divine masculine. Hello. That's why they're trying to separate him from his. Okay, so flip side to the side allegedly that more of the superpowers of the world and the corporations of the world are separating. Let's flip to that side. Divine masculine quite on purpose from his guts so that they can continue and ramp up this devilish behavior right here. That's right. That is correct. That's happening. Okay, that's happening. That's on the floor. Okay, that's on the floor right here. I see that is happening right here. Do you feel me? So that in that sense, we all have to, as human beings, get this divine masculine energy popping. Because the devil, why let the devil run things? For what? Anybody? Can somebody tell me why we would allow that? Do you feel me? And I'm just saying what the devil needs more than anything, more than any other resource. What this devil needs to pull off his agenda is our cooperation. Do you feel me? That is, he could have everything else, every other resource possible. But without our cooperation, it doesn't fly. Keep that in mind, people. Okay? Locally, nationally, and internationally. Keep that in mind. Everybody is like a butterfly in the butterfly effect. So we can affect the timeline. All right? That's all I'm saying, because you got to believe that, though. Just like what I was saying about divine masculine earlier on. You got to believe that it's even worth attempting. And that belief has to do with your connection to divine masculine's connection to the creator. Because remember, I was saying that that's what his issue is. Like, he's mad at the creator, maybe because of what he has been tasked to do by the creator, and then he takes it out on women, right? Because we represent the creator too, right? He does and we do. And so he's been kind of playing at the devil's work by rebelling from what we came here to do. By hating on himself is the sensation that I'm getting. By hating on himself. By way of what? The devil. You know what I'm saying? It's like feeling compelled to do something and you feel like you can't stop yourself. And then you hate yourself for doing it. That's what the dynamic is with the divine masculine energy here. Okay? And the guts and the confidence. He needs to be confident that maybe on ordinarily it wouldn't be able to be done, but if we add the divine masculine to the recipe, that would change everything. You see what I'm saying? Do you feel me? Like when humans make you proud, you know? And you're like, yeah, we're the humans. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he could bring that dynamic. And we can bring that dynamic. We're the fucking humans. Whose planet is this? This is our fucking planet. What do you mean, one world government? We'll be the tell you. What's the one world government and who is it? It's us, y'all. You got to know that. You got to know that. It could be a one world government, okay? But it got to be the humans, the people. Remember the people? Right. We are the people, y'all. We are the people, okay? If you're feeling patriotic about being a global citizen and a citizen of the universe, holler if you hear me, okay? Abso-fucking-lutely. We are the citizens. The concerned citizens, too. Okay? Come on, let's go deeper. Trust. I can't trust you. I can't trust you if you're letting in this devil energy. Trust and intimacy here in the sanctuary. Trust and intimacy. I can't trust you if you're letting the devil in. If something is going to be in possession of you, divine masculine, okay? It's like jail. Okay? It's like jail. You have, not that every divine masculine has been in jail, obviously not. But, you know, a lot of my closest blood brothers and sisters have had to deal with such things on some scale or another. And it's like being in jail. Okay? So I hear that there's a lot of clicking, you know, a lot of different clicks. I think that's pretty famous, right? And that's what it's like here on earth in life. It's a click. Okay? So you're either down with God and God is love. Okay? And you stop being afraid of love. Or if you go away from love, guess who's away from love? You will be possessed by the devil. Simple. It's only two choices, buddy. And the Creator was brilliant in doing that. Okay? Brilliant in doing that because look at how humans struggle. Look at how we struggle. Okay? You don't need too many options. That's clear. Okay? So yeah, God or the devil. So that's my thing. You push away from love, you become more and more like the devil. That's facts. Look around. That's facts. Look around. Doesn't mean you can't be handsome. Sometimes the devil's handsome. Anybody? Right. Or beautiful. Okay, doesn't matter. You can't have money, you know, in terms of, you know, like that's not going to be the thing that says you're good or bad. Right? Okay? So this is my point. Okay, this is my point. You get more like the devil when you stay away from your own divinity. You know what I mean? You're staying away from your own divinity. Yeah, listen. Then we're going to have to fight, says the angry empress. That leads to war. If I can't trust you, it's on. It's 100% and fully on. I suspect because you know too much. And that's, if you apply that, spread that on all of the human race. Spread that on all of what's going on here. If I can't trust you, the government, if I can't trust you, corporations, then I have every reason to be upset because you know too much. You are also people. So you know what we need here. And you rather move to Mars and leave us to die. Do you feel me? Than to get your shit together and work, you know, in unison with us. So we don't owe you cooperation then. Because it's fuck us. So if it's fuck us, it's fuck you. I mean, that's fair, people. Come on. Come on. That's fair. Right? Okay? I mean, what could be more American? What could be more patriotic than that? Not, you know, shout out to the, you know, whole international community. Not that everyone wants to be American. And, you know, but my point is, you know, that famous brochure version of America sounds good on paper, right? But it's, who has experienced this, you know? Just a few delusional people, you know what I'm saying? So, that's meaningful because lots of people have been taken advantage of. It quite transcends race. It quite transcends race. especially in America. Um, if I can't trust you, we're going to fight. It's going to be a battle of wills. It's going to be a battle for the empire. We need to cut some shit out before it becomes a problem here. Right under the trust and intimacy card. Here's the devil. Do you feel me? So the devil is like, I need to cut you out before you become a problem, children of God. Right? I mean, I can feel that happening in the little versions of, this story that are happening in my life. And then I can also see that in a larger sense as well. Trying to cut you out before, and that's what they're trying to do to divine masculine. Divine masculine, they're trying to cut you out before you become a problem by separating you from your guts and making it seem cool to do so. Do you feel me? They're turning it into the cool factor. Why? Because they know about you and your ego. They know you will sacrifice the kingdom for your ego. If they can just remove certain important facts from your awareness, or make those things uncool to even find out, look at, face. They make it seem like having a lot of women and having sex with as many women as you humanly can in a lifetime. They make that seem like it's the coolest way you could be a man. And then being committed is not cool, even though it takes more muscle, even though it takes more skill, even though it takes more integrity. It makes that, did I just describe the perfect man? Skill, strength, integrity. Hello? Right. You dig what I'm saying? They want to make you somebody who can't be depended on. They want to turn you into someone who doubts themselves and everything around them, who doesn't trust women, and then women can't trust them. Discard all relationships when relationships give rise to resources. Relationships build resources. That's how societies are structured, based on relationships. They'd want to keep you down here so you don't think deeply or intelligently. You feel me? By separating you from your guts. Because doesn't the gut give us information? This is intuition. Physical. Practical. Like somebody got a gut feeling. That's the benefit of being in harmony with your guts. You dig what I'm saying? That's the practical application of the intuition, is the guts. Ooh, that's deep, y'all. That's deep. I'm going to have to reflect on this for a while. Yeah, okay, so we're walking through the fire. And the fire is what? Hashtag time's up. It's time to cut some shit out before it becomes a problem. Now, mind you, children of God, that means just like there's a target on this devil's back, there's a target on your back right now. Now, this is not to frighten anybody, okay? Because suck it up, we don't have to like it, okay? And it doesn't mean that I don't understand the anxiety production that could come from really taking that in. You dig what I'm saying? But I see here that time is up. Okay? And if you're behind the black veil, then you know that God is behind it all. Right? And that there's a sacred geometry to all of this. A rhyme and a reason. A cause. A goal. A master plan. Okay? So calm down. Calm down. Calm down. Okay, sorry. I'm not into it, but I'm just saying it's everywhere. And now, here it is. All right, behind the black veil. So, walking through the fire, because we know why we have to walk through the fire. Okay, because we've caused a conflict with our emperor energy. Over or under emperoring is what's happening here on the devil's floor. Okay? Over and under emperoring. All right. And also this could be health as well. Okay. Because either way, if we keep fighting with this devil, it's toxic. If we're like this devil, it's toxic. We cannot keep this up. We cannot, no one can keep it up. Nobody, no matter which side you're on. Neither one of us can keep it up. Okay? But the difference is we care about ourselves. We care. Okay? We know the devil don't care too much, but we still care. We care about this planet. We care about the future of humanity. Abundant future. Hello? So I get the sensation that the only way to go to that place where we can safeguard that and establish that is through conflict, ladies and gentlemen. That's what I'm seeing here. That's what I'm reading right here. Okay? Because this devil now is afoot. It's going to require some level of revolution. Now, how you apply that energy can be exceedingly intelligent. It doesn't have to be complete destruction, because loss is not defeat. However, some conflict is necessary. That's what I get here. That's the big picture. At this point, we're each adamant on each side of the scale. The devil is adamant that you should not have this abundant future. That instead he will have it. Whoever the devil is. Okay? And the forces of nature, and whoever stands with the forces of nature in causes and goals and philosophy, all right, has an opposing view, is rightly entitled. Bloodline legacy in that card. Inheritance in that card. No, this planet was made for the children of God to flourish. That's facts, y'all. That's facts. Hello? The children of God. I don't know what species you are, or what gender you are, or whatever. But if you're a child of God, this planet was made for the children of God to flourish. I don't know if you are non-human biologic. I don't know. It doesn't matter. It's for the children of God. It's a melting pot for the children of God. Do you feel me? Okay? So it's not for the devil to be running amok, apparently. Is all I'm saying. And that's the inconvenient truth. There will be conflict here. There will be conflict, whether that conflict is in the healing on the health level, you know, whether that is in our relationships, our governments, and societal structures. There will be conflict, you know. There will be conflict. Think about how your body feels when something's being cut out of it, right? And that's why we have to be under anesthesia and all of that. That's what I'm getting here, because this is the spiritual hospital. That's cosmic general hospital right there. Absolutely. And then here's the doctor and somebody in their sickbed. Inconvenient truth. Okay. In the gutter, okay, because I'm getting one for the gutter here. In the gutter, somebody might have gave somebody something. Okay. They might have gave somebody something. And now we're mad. Okay, and then this is a fire card. This is a major thing. So I don't even want to spend no time over there. That is in the Medicaid, Medicare section of the hospital right there. That's ugly. Some ugly stories over there. Okay, absolutely some ugly stories over there. So I don't want to go there, but you know, but that's how toxic we're talking, and that's the level of betrayal of the presence of the devil. You know, like in a scenario like that, you know, or betraying the people. Like, have we heard about the cobalt situation in the Congo? how the Congo is like the premier spot on earth for this cobalt, and cobalt is like in everything, every battery, everything that, all of our electronics. I don't know about all of our electronics, but I think the phone, all kinds of things, right? Okay, so that's what I heard. That's the little bit that I understand of it. And they got people, and it's toxic to touch, to inhale, and they got these people digging this shit out of the ground with their bare hands. And I mean long-term and short-term disease. Boom, no problem. You dig what I'm saying? And then who's using this? Who's using these things? Like Elon is using it, Apple, Google, everybody's using it. Everybody's using it. And they got Africans dying now and later behind this shit. And they said they have whole plantations, essentially, the size of cities like London, where it's just the plantation. Yeah. So you feel me? Okay, is what I'm getting out of this. That's the kind of betrayal that the devil's presence is. That's the kind of thing we can look forward to being the thing that we do here on the planet, if we keep letting this devil get out of hand like this. Because for what? It's not going to get better, people. It's not going to get better. So if it's inconvenient, the inconvenient truth, if it's inconvenient to deal with this conflict, with this devil, if we're having a gut problem, let that influence your guts. It's not going to get better. Okay? So, if you're not going to just lay down and die right now, then you should do something about it. I'm just saying, everybody do a little bit here and there, a little bit here and there, next thing you know. Okay? Is all I'm saying. But don't let the divine masculine be separated from his guts. Don't let it happen. Don't let it happen. Masculines, don't let it happen. Right? Because I found y'all to be very quiet during that hashtag Me Too thing. I mean, I heard a little bit of ruckus, but it was just a little bit of ruckus. It wasn't men like, no, I don't think so. Like, hello? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I mean, shout out to everybody who had a real reason to say hashtag Me Too, because that's a real thing. But, whoa, did they use that as a weapon against men? Did we see that? Or I'm the only one who saw that? Did we see that? That was scary. That was scary, y'all. Okay? That's all I know. I like men. All right? Anybody? Anybody love men? Just saying. That don't mean I want to touch them all, but I'm just saying. I'm glad you guys are here. Okay? Is all I'm saying. I'm glad you guys are here. All right. Yeah, sorry. It's been a minute. We got a lot of catching up to do. All right. So, your divine calling, taking action, right? The divine is calling, right? And I feel that Yemaya is trying to give a chance. I'm trying to let you win. I'm trying to make it so that you win. But if she releases the wrath of God on your ass, you see what I'm saying? And that's what I feel like is coming up with the climate change. Okay, she's trying. Okay, because climate change, it can throw things into such a disarray. This is what I'm seeing here, y'all. This is the spiritual world news. Okay, climate change can throw things into such a disarray that there is no more structural society. It's just every man for himself. And you can call yourself in control so long as you can control the fact that you're alive. So the earth could change that overnight to where we don't give a fuck about nothing except, oh, can I live till tomorrow? You know what I'm saying? We're not sweating what the president has to say or what the cops think about nothing. You dig what I'm saying? So that's the sensation that I'm getting from her waiting here. I feel that she's holding back. So she's not completely inactive and waiting. She's waiting by continuing to give. That's how she's waiting. She's continuing to give. But what she's holding back, she doesn't want to hold back the abundance. She wants to hold back from conflict. Nature, the divine mother, the feminine, she wants to hold back from conflict. Because once she allows herself to enter into that space, it's going to be an age, an era, an epoch of conflict. And she is trying not to let that happen. But at any minute, it's going to be a snap here. If the divine masculine doesn't get back in touch with his guts. Do you feel me? Then it's going to be scrap the whole project. You know what I mean? That's the sensation I'm getting. And underneath all that, God is behind it all. And I get the sensation that the devil is underneath it all. Okay? The devil is underneath it all, is what I'm getting out of that. That's basically what has to be dealt with. The devil, I want to say within. The devil within. Now that could be also, what's the word? Addiction. Partying here at the carnival. Too much partying. That's the inconvenient truth. And seeing the root causes clearly. That's what it is. That's making us sick. That's making the feminine mad. That's causing war and conflict. That's throwing our emperor energy out of whack. Because essentially we're taking our emperor energy as the divine masculine when we do that. And we are giving it over to the devil. And letting him basically be the husband of the divine feminine. Because no other husband is around. You know, divine masculine has been unplugged. Essentially. And his body taken over. And his mind taken over by this devil. And then that's the only person she has to relate to as her counterpart, is somebody who's possessed by the devil. Do you feel me? All right, get off on your floor. All right, these are just some examples, some ways to interpret here. The transcript that I'm getting. Okay, the bulletin. This is the bulletin. Trust. Trust and intimacy. Right. I don't know if I could trust you. And while she's working that out, I feel the sensation of a woman calling. Okay, because I know this is the divine calling. This is when God is calling us. But with Yemiya here, I feel like a calling. Like, come. You know, come back to me. You know, and it's not really a lover's thing. It could be a parent thing. It could be a lover's thing, okay? Because, you know, it get off on your floor. But I'm getting the sensation of, like, you know, the type of love that a parent has. Like, it's, you know, that if it's love that the parent has for their child, it's non-negotiable. You know, it's not a put it on the table, take it off the table thing, like how would you do with lovers, right? Because those are the choice makers, right? But when it's relative on the level of I gave birth to you, or, you know, you gave birth to me, it's non-negotiable. You can't put it on the table, take it off the table. If you love that person, that's that. Right? So, so this is like a mother with lost children is the sensation that I'm getting. The children are lost. Action guy. Okay? The men are lost. I mean, come on, let's deal with it. It's more lost guys. That's all I'm saying. Of course I've heard of the lost women. Of course I have. They hurt me too. It hurts my feelings when I see them or hear them. You know? But men are popularly the problem. Women will come along. They're more agreeable. That's scientific. They're more agreeable species. So, she's calling out to the masculine energy here. It's a divine calling. And by continuing to call to him, this is her holding back her divine wrath. I feel that we're about to hear her stop calling. That sounds sad to me. Okay, that really does. That sounds totally sad to me. She's calling him to take action, to be trustworthy, to be dependable. Like she is, the Earth Mother. Like she is. You know, you can depend on me. I need to be able to depend on you. Trusting your instincts, not sure how to put it into words. And we're done talking here. I don't know what else to say, is the sensation that I'm getting here. I don't know what else to say. Okay, because she's calling here. I don't know what else to say. The deeper meaning is, if you don't come, you don't care. Because that's the Queen of Cups. If you don't come, you don't care. And then, essentially, you see what she's establishing there, right? You see what she's establishing on the flip side of that comment. If you don't come, you don't care, meaning I don't have to be obligated to care either. Now she can release her wrath. Okay? And there will be loss, but I'll still care about you from a distance. You know, I'll call you every now and then and say, hey, I love you. You know, but I will no longer be calling you to come here, because you'll be found. You know what I'm saying? You'll be found. You won't be lost anymore. You just won't be found in a place you want to be found. You know what I'm saying? But I'll know exactly where you are, says Mother Nature. You dig it? And so that's what I'm getting here. And it's really cosmic, and it's very sad. It's like a cosmic love story between a mother and her son, or a mother and her child. But I'm getting strong mother-son energy out of this. Okay? A clear road, doing what thou wilt. So that's another thing. She wants him, and him is also representing humanity. She wants him to want to be dependable. She doesn't just want him to be dependable. She wants him to want it. I want you to want to do this. You feel me? And so that is also what she's giving him a chance to do. You know, is to want it, because the sensation I get is that this is what she wants him to want, is what's universal to desire and need. It's the bloodline legacy. It's everything you need to live harmoniously on this planet. What do you mean you don't want to live harmoniously on this planet? What do you mean you don't want to have everything you need? What do you mean you want to sabotage yourself and hate on yourself? What do you mean you need to cut your nose off to spite your face? No, you don't, is what she's saying. He's like, girl, you just trying to stop me from being me. And that's exactly not what's happening. You feel me? Anybody picking up what I'm putting down here? Okay, are you checking all the layers on that? All right? Exactly. Let's move on. Let's move on. Wow, I feel like I just walked into some couple's argument, or some sort of cosmic mother-son return to your bloodline legacy. It's like the king or the prince absconded from his responsibilities as the king or the prince, you know, or the emperor. The facts. The truth is going to hurt. Profound realization of self. The truth about yourself. That's maybe why they are afraid of the feelings. Okay? Maybe that's why they are afraid of the feelings, because then they'll know the truth about themselves. You know, the part of themselves that has fallen from grace. Now that's deep. I'm getting a fallen angel thing here. Wow, this is about the fallen angels. Whoa, and that's who Divine Masculine represents. The opposition, right? because we are all connected. That's deep. That's fucking deep, yo. Okay. Okay. Wow. Wise, cool, calm, decision-making cat. That's who I'm supposed to be. Right. Divine masculine. That's who you're supposed to be. The devil was trying to turn you into the devil. Turn you into him. Use your body so he could be big and powerful like you, divine masculine. But you got to be sober, right? The devil's all about an addiction. You got to be sober because you represent cleanliness. You represent the structural understanding of clean, military grade, industrial strength. That's what you represent, divine masculine. You represent military grade, industrial strength. Now, can everybody think of an occasion where you need some shit that's military grade and industrial strength? Anybody? Right. We need those things. We need those things. We just need those things to be non-toxic. Non-toxic. So another thing that Obatala does is he takes his time and he does it right. Corporations, take your time and do it right. Concentrate on sustainability and endurance, even in your company structure. Okay? You endure when you work in tandem with nature. Nature. Not bullying her, not squandering her resources. Thank you very much. Justice. You see? You're supposed to be a good guy, divine masculine. The devil have you walking around acting like you think you're supposed to be a bad guy. Okay? You could be so good that you're bad. Okay? You could be so good that you're bad. But you can't be so bad that you're good. Well, you could. But you would be the devil, though. Okay? Because the devil is so bad that he's good. He's good at being bad. That's facts. Okay? So, but when you're so good that you're bad, you know what it is, right? You know what it is. When you're so good that you're a bad mother, shut your mouth like that. Okay? Exactly. Exactly. That's what you got to be. Gangster. I feel that is gangster. Like, that's the real shit. That's the real way that you be a gangster. Like, you be the man and you be a good guy. Because that takes more muscles. That's why. And it takes more skill. You know, to get respect, be a good guy, and survive. That takes a lot of skill. Do you feel me? Okay? So this is the sensation that I'm getting. Here, using words to remove obstacles, protecting what matters most. By telling the truth. Reestablishing yourself as the cool, calm, wise, decision-making cat. Profound realization of self, Hierophant card. You have to be committed to self. You got to be committed to who you are and who you want to be so that you can set your course toward your goals. Now, your goals here, because what has been the problem is that divine masculine has been upset about something that God told him to do and be. And that's how you can get back in harmony with it. Being this good guy. Coming back into touch with the guts. So that you can have that divine intuition and apply it on a practical scale. And be dependable and trustworthy. Okay? And then the creator won't have to release her divine wrath too much on you. But at this point, yeah, the earth and the humans are going to get a spanking. But that might also be why we need the divine masculine. Divine masculine needs to come and give these people a spanking. You got to be daddy to these people. You got to be daddy to the humans, divine masculine. Okay? and give the bad humans a spanking, but that means that you have to know what it is to be righteous. I'm going to go ahead and guess according to the mathematics. You got to know what it is to give yourself a spanking. Give yourself a spanking for what you've done wrong. Correct the situation and then go give these other motherfuckers a spanking. Hello, that's the benefit. That's the benefit of giving yourself a spanking. For the shit you know you was fucking up on, most especially the divine feminine. Give yourself a spanking. Okay, that doesn't mean sabotage yourself. That's a different thing. Okay, the spanking is one and done because I see a conflict here. We know this is ability to see the root cause clearly. Okay, and then that gives you the reapproach to the cool, calm, wise, decision-making cat. It's got to be a clean master of the head. You have to be the master of your head. The big one and the little one, both together at the same time. You got to be the master of the head. That's how you be the man. It takes more muscle to do that. That's why. Do you feel me? It takes more muscle. That's when you really running shit. If you could run that, then you running shit. Do you feel me? Most especially for yourself. And that's where it starts, right? Am I right? So that's the sensation that I'm getting there. That is what's going to lead to justice in this matter. Okay, I see also a healing conversation. The truth, protecting what matters most, healing conversation. Okay, master of the head, we have to admit who we've been. We have to admit that to ourselves and then to whomever we're talking to. In this scenario, it's the feminine. So, you know, if it's global warming, we have to admit who we've been. And of course, you know, on a scale from mild to cataclysmic. Because we ain't all dumping toxic waste in the river. Hello? Because did anybody ask me, should we dump it in the river? No. I would have told you, no, don't do that. I would have told you that. So I'm saying nobody asked me. So don't come here trying to give me your punishment for which you insisted you was going to be doing in your company. Okay? So then there you go. That's your responsibility. So you see what I'm saying, right? It was on a scale of mild to cataclysmic in terms of who's responsible. But ultimately, the human race collectively needs to admit responsibility for the position that we're in now, most especially about the climate, the planet, the future, as well as our obligations to the future generations. Right? Right, because we sure enough are still having kids out here like we don't see this shit. Do you feel me? All right? Have your kid living in a fucking, you know, mine in order to survive. You know, living underground and shit, never getting no sunlight. Because we just had to have kids. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. If we give a fuck, if we care, then we need to go ahead and care and show care and get back in touch with our guts. Because we're so scared. We're so scared what might happen. That's facts. But we need to get out there and do whatever we need to do. And take it on the chin. Because loss is not defeat. That's facts. Okay? So, right. So, okay. So, back to the masculine. If we're talking the masculine, also coming to terms with whatever you've done between you and God and the feminine. Okay? And then, boom, putting yourself back into the wise, cool, calm, decision-making cat, balancing out the scales. Balancing out the scales here. Caring about each other from a distance. Healing conversation. Justice. Justice. Okay. So the masculine energy has been unjust and has had injustice done to him. But there's certain things that the masculine is interpreting as injustice and it's not. It's God being behind it all and he's just feeling resentful and rebellious. And what he needs to realize is that that's the devil energy, and that's the part he was playing. So now he can play the part of the fallen, because the story continues. Okay? The story continues. You know, the Bible points to stories that happened, I suspect, at a different time. Right? If not a different dimension, on some level or another. Well, the story continues. Then what happened to the fallen angels? And then what? After all that chaos, and after, you know, they spoiled man with the knowledge, and man sabotaged his own growth process. So, because he was so hungry to be, you know, grown up so fast, right? Then what happened to the fallen angels? Then what happened to humanity? Then what did God say and do? The story is still continuing on. So we're deciding the part that we played and how we show up in that story is what I'm getting here. All right? You want to wrap it up, ancestors? Wrap it on up. I hope that was deep for you. I hope you got something out of that. All right? Because I know it was long and drawn out in certain places. But, you know, I feel like it was quality content the whole way through. Okay? I mean, join me. All right. Throw it together. What? Bottom line. Okay. Strategy. Strategy. Brainstorm. Strategy. Brainstorm. And what else? Cold calculated plans. The emperor has fallen, and or the emperor is thinking about strategic ways to meet his obligations, or that's recommended. Okay, and there we go. Look at all that masculine energy. Look at all that. The King of Swords, the Emperor, and the King of Cups. You know what I get out of that? We have two options. And it's really a matter of balancing these two elements. The King of Swords, who's very cold, and the King of Cups, who is warmer, I would say. Warmer, more giving, more kind. But of course, he can be a motherfucker too. You know what I'm saying? The King of Cups he can be persuasive, manipulative, incredibly manipulative. You know, water. You know what I'm saying? And he can be very moody. You know, very moody. And of course, the King of Swords can be sharp, intelligent, debonair, you know, distinguished. And he can also be cold and calculating, you know. So I get the sensation that there's an emperor who has a choice, because in this card we have a choice. We meet our obligations and things go well. We don't meet our obligations and the empire falls. So it's overall how he's balancing, how he chooses to balance out and apply these feelings. And, well, this, you know, King of Cups and King of Swords energy, how he applies his thoughts and his feelings together. You know, which things he shows his feelings to, which things he's a little cooler about, you know, that sort of thing. Anyhow, meet your obligations and it goes well, because he could apply both of these, and these could both be the darker side of both energies. You know what I mean? Like, he's over emotional and he's cold and calculating. That doesn't make for a good mixture. And he's over emperoring, bullying, you know, being a tyrant. Or he can meet his obligations and be sharp as hell, brilliant, wise, like King Solomon, you know, and not afraid to show feelings. He loses none of his masculinity. He loses none of his power by showing his feelings, because he has that much confidence, because he know he can do it here. It's just math. You know what I mean? So that's the bottom line. It looks like Divine Masculine has a choice to make. It looks like he has a choice to make. The choice is that he either is the one running things, starting with himself, or the devil will be running him and everything else. All of this is balanced on divine masculine. Very interesting. And the divine masculine in you. Wow. All right. So that was the spiritual world news, people. I hope that information helps somebody. All right. For personal, get in contact with me. My information is down below. Please bear with me. I will get to you in divine time. If you believe that, I'll get to you faster. Okay. Because that's how the math works. Not because I'm doing that, but anyhow, like, share, and subscribe for more deep readings like these. Hit that notification bell on your way out. Pick up a copy of Discriminating Wisdom. And make sure you're out here discriminating wisely. I will see you again here soon, party people, behind the black veil.